Hey everyone, so I am losing light, so I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. So I'm pretty much just going to be talking about my Philtrum piercing, which is this piercing right here. And some people call it a Medusa piercing, call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it a Philtrum piercing. So I'm pretty much just going to be talking all about pain and getting it done and, stuff like that. So when I went to get it done, I went to my usual piercer. She's really good. She's really talented. I've been going to her for years and years and years. So when I got it done, I wasn't really that nervous sitting in the chair. I was, because I've gotten lip piercings before, so I wasn't really that nervous. And, I was sitting there, I was like, this is going to be so much fun. I love getting piercings, la la la. So when she took the needle, she was like, okay, breathe in, breathe out, and I breathed in and I breathed out. And she shoved that needle through, and oh my god, did it hurt. It, on a pain scale of like 1 to 10, 1 being not that painful and 10 being the worst, it was probably like an 8 or 9 on the pain scale. It hurt so bad. Now that's not going to be the same for everybody, so like don't freak out just because it was like really painful for me. It doesn't mean it's going to be really painful for you. It all depends on how you handle pain. I have a low pain tolerance, so, usual piercings don't really hurt. Really hurt me sometimes, so sorry that I keep touching my hair. Anyway, so yeah, it was probably like an 8 or 9 on the pain scale. My pain tolerance is just not good. It sucks. It's really low. So, of course, it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody has different pain tolerances, etc. So, when I got it done, my right eye was like watering. Like it was pretty much just a waterfall coming out, and I like couldn't stop it. I was like, can I have a tissue, please? But she was like busy putting the jewelry in, so obviously I couldn't get a tissue. Duh. So, so that kind of sucked. So when she put the jewelry in, the initial jewelry, it was really, really long. It was like, it was just really long. I can't even judge it, but it was pretty long, like, because Medusa or Philtrum piercings, whatever you want to call it, swell a lot depending on who you are. So I had a really long bar, and then the next day my lip was like duck lip. Like my top lip basically matched my bottom lip perfectly. It was so swollen, but like the bar was still so long that that much of the bar was still sticking out of my lip. So yeah. And then the day after the terrible swelling, it went down immediately. Like I didn't do anything. I just woke up and the bar was just like sticking out really far. I was like, oh my god, the swelling's gone. Like it only lasted for a day. That was the shortest amount of swelling I've ever experienced having piercings. So yeah, so then later in, I think, week 1 of having it, I downsized the bar just a little bit so that it wasn't as obnoxious sticking out of my lip. So I downsized it just a little bit. It was still long enough to accommodate any swelling I had left over, but it was still shorter than what I had. And now I am wearing an internally threaded Bioplast Librette stud. I think it's 3/4 of an inch long. I don't really know though, so don't quote me on that, but yeah, so if you don't know what Bioplast is, it's basically just like it's obviously more gentle than metal rubbing against your gums and your teeth, so it's kind of like plasticky, kind of feels like acrylic in a way. So yeah, I'll just show you what the inside looks like. Can you see that right there? Yeah. So that's what I have inside. Now, with cleaning and healing time and everything, it's been 3 weeks, I think, since I've had this piercing, and it's pretty much healed. It doesn't hurt anymore. I can change it in and out, whenever, without any pain. So, taking care of it, I washed the outside with just saline solution for wounds. I get it at Rite Aid. And I just cleaned the outside twice a day, and then rinsed my mouth out with mouthwash that's diluted with water. It has to be alcohol-free because alcohol can dry out your piercings. So, yeah, so you're supposed to do that after every meal. So with me personally, my healing, I know how I heal, so I really only take like really good care of them. After like 2 weeks, I slow down. Like I'll only clean it like once a day, or like, you know, rinse my mouth out with mouthwash like once or twice a day instead of after every meal. That's just how I heal, and that's what works for me and what I know works for me. So, you know, if you don't know much about piercings, I would just do what your piercer tells you, because, you know, they're the professional. So, yeah. Now with my anatomy, my piercing sits lower and closer to my lip than, you know, some other people. Some other people have it more like in the center. Mine is lower and closer to my lip because of the piece of skin that like connects your lip to your gums. Like where you would get a smiley piercing, mine sits pretty low. So, with the jewelry in now, the back of the post sits like right next to that piece of skin. So because of my anatomy, that's where I had to have it placed. So other people's might be higher up. Other people, you know, it just depends on the person, really, and depends on your anatomy. So I think I covered everything. So yeah. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!